Hi Adam, I'm creating a quick tutorial for you on how to unwrap a cylinder. Okay, so I have my polygon already created here, as you can see. The height segments and cap segments are down to 1 and the sides are 16. Very low poly, yet it holds a shape. From there I'm going to convert it into an editable poly. And from there I'm going down to the selection menu and I'm selecting polygon selection. You see it highlighted in yellow there. And if I click on one polygon on the side and then hold shift key down and click one next to it, it selects the polygons all the way around the cylinder. From there I'm going to the UVW map in the drop down and I'm selecting that and I'm going to put I believe it's a cylinder on that. And after that, you just put an unwrap on it, UVW Unwrap. And as you can see, it pulls up in the editor tab here. And if you put the checkers on the item up there underneath Edit UVWs, it's closer to the top. You click that little gray drop-down bar and click checker pattern. It'll put a checker pattern on the model. And you get the let's see, what is it called? Hold on, let me open it up real quick. Under the scale tool, you want to hold that down and pull out the arrows that are going left and right. And you want to select the entire mesh on the editor board and actually stretch it out by right-clicking and dragging. Well, by clicking and dragging. From there, you want to move it. You get the move tool and you move the mesh out of the box. And you go back to the drop down and you click Poly Select again. Again, under parameters, you want to get polygon selection and just select the top mesh. From there, go UVW map, click plane, then go to your UVW unwrap. And it shows up in the editor. Get your move tool, move it out of the box in a different place from where you put the last segment. And again, poly select. Then in polygon select, you want to go down and select the bottom of the can. Make sure nothing else is selected every time you do this. Go back to the UVW map, put another plane select on it. Then once you do that, since it's the only piece that's left, you can leave it inside the box. You don't need to put another UVW map on it to move it out of the box like we've been doing. So from there, you just want to hit Convert to Editable Poly, and that'll flatten that down. From there, you want to go to UVW Unwrap, and as you can see, it shows your three pieces that you just unwrapped. And now all you have to do is basically move them around so they fit inside the box and make sure that the scaling is correctly so your texture shows up correctly, because I think that's the major issue you've been having. So I'm just moving the pieces together with the move tool. I scaled it to make it fit inside the box. And again, I'm going to the checker pattern in the little drop down in the editor UV. And I'm selecting checker pattern so it shows up on the model over here, as you can see. And if you notice, when I was originally clicking checker pattern, the checkers were a little bit off on the model, which tells me that when I texture it, the texture would be a little bit off, because the checkers have to be perfectly square boxes in order for the texture to fit properly. Otherwise, it's going to be scaled down too little or too large. So once I did that, I went ahead and I got the scale tool again with the right and left arrows, and I scaled it out a little bit until the checker boxes were more square on the sides. And once I did that, I went ahead and scaled it down again so it fit inside the UVW square box parameters in the editor. I had to scale down everything so the textures are even. You want the boxes to be the same size on all sides, top, bottom, and cylinder side. So after that, I'm going to go to Tools, Render UVW Template, save it out, and after I've done that, I opened it up in Photoshop to show you how it would look. If you do a Control-I in Photoshop, it will take your black texture map and it will turn it white. It's easier to see that way. From there, you just do your texturing, and like I'm done here, just do your texture and make sure you create another layer and you make the layer underneath the texture the color of the main part of the can or whatever the object is, so the texture doesn't, if there's any holes in the texture, you won't see white or black holes in the model texture. And that's it. I rendered the object so you'll see how it will look. As you can see, it's unwrapped properly and the texture shows. You can actually read it. So that's a good sign. So if you just follow this tutorial step by step, you should have no problems unwrapping cylinders. I'm sorry, I'm having problems talking. Alright, thanks for watching.